What's up, everybody? I'm Josh Carter, Gobi Recon on all the social media apps. I'm gonna give you a rundown of my Jeep Gladiator that I've used for the past couple of years. So this is a 22 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon in the Gobi color, hence Gobi Recon the name, that we've outfitted to fit our family needs. We went with like an AEV bumper, some really nice lights for when you're trying to find camp late at night and you're getting fatigued with the dust or the gravel or whatnot. Worn winch, Midland radio, and we do the snorkel to kind of help with the dust, keep your filter cleaner longer. We went with the AEV high capacity coils paired with the Overland's adjustable shocks so that beating around town, I can adjust the rear shock so it's not really firm and kind of like shaking me in the truck. Or for an extended trip, I can have them absorb the extra weight. You know, you build out the rig, you add all this weight, and a lot of people forget, like, you need to stop that weight, right? So we went with power brakes upgrade for the front, and it is made a night and day difference. This thing brakes better than it did stock. For our extended trips, we leverage a Trail Rack's roof rack that's been made for the Outer Cab Canopy Camper. And on top, we've mounted 2 Zargis boxes. And then we found, I can't remember the name, but these little rocker steps. And I liked them because they had a kick out. So my son on the other side, when he wants to get into the Jeep, he's got a good step to hop into the Jeep. I don't have to worry about him like falling or tripping or anything, getting in and out. So inside, driver's seat, I try to keep everything pretty minimal. We got on the dash, phone holder, we got the Garmin Overlander. I like the Overlander because it has a database of all the iOverlander campsites, like water, fuel. It's got another database of campgrounds, restaurants, gas stations, rest stops. So if we're traveling through and we haven't had cell phone signal for a few hours or whatever, even if you needed a hospital, you can resort to that and use its offline database. This year we've started kind of videoing more of our trips. So we've mounted a DJI Pocket 3 camera, and that's been really nice because it can go out forward and it can turn around and the wife can talk and explain what's going on. For trail communication, we leverage a Garmin 575 GMRS radio, and that's really nice because all the controls are on the head unit. And then up top, we have a Molly panel that we've outfitted with some Blue Ridge Overland gear. Headrest panels on either side, and a medium GP pouch that we leverage for sunglasses for both of us. And then on the inside, you know, to organize everything, you always need 1,000 cables, right? Like, so we have one of these Blue Ridge Overland gear console pouches, that's what I'm calling it at least, that has all of our cables that we could ever ask for. We got one that has, you know, Tylenol and ibuprofen, and this one actually has like our winch controller. Everything's easy to grab. And then we found this little tray organizer on, I think, on Amazon. So back seat has a lot more going on. So you got my son's seat that has a Blue Ridge Overland gear seat back panel. But on my side, I have another triple run pouch that has a small silky saw in it, some heavy duty gloves, and a air down tool. So like if I hop out and I need to air down, I can just grab that real quick, or if I need to cut a couple branches down, I can do that. And then on the back of mine is a headrest panel with a Blue Ridge Overland gear IFAC that's been outfitted with Overland Medics, all of his supplies, and then a small radio pouch. Then up top is the Blue Ridge Overland gear attic, and that stores all of our jackets, rain jackets, and kind of keeps them dry. I've removed the 40% Gladiator seat. I put a goose gear seat delete here, and this serves multiple functions. So if it's the whole family and the dog bed goes down here, he rides, hangs out, and then he'll sleep in the back, whatnot. If it's no dog, we'll normally start stacking clothes up here, either with like a duffel or the Brog packing cube. But what's underneath is also convenient. You're always trying to balance where your gear's at, but you're also trying to balance weight, because you don't want all of your weight in the back, right? So what I have down below is the Brog Air Tools kit. So this is everything to air up. So it's quick and easy to air down. Air up, you kind of take a little bit more time, right? The heavy part, which you always have to be careful with going through this guy, because it will take all the weight you want, is the large toolkit. You know, if I'm getting it, I'm doing some type of repair, I want to take my time. It's okay if I got to move stuff out. I'm not in a rush to repair anything. And it's tucked up out of the way. All right, so this is like the enjoyment side of the Jeep, right? This is our Alu-Cab Mod Cap camper. We installed that earlier this year, but we had the previous Alu-Cab canopy camper. I think we're probably 50, 60 nights deep so far in the Mod Cap, and we probably had equal that, if not more, with the canopy camper. So we have the can crusher. We have 10 pounds of propane using a GP Factor mount. This mount's really nice because when you open it up, if you need to change tanks or go get it refilled, it lays the tank down and then it's a gentle slide out. We can plug up the shore power. We have gravity fed water. This is mainly how we cook and clean with that. That's a step up if we need to get to anything on the roof. We have the tire bag has done great for our trash. Behind this, we got two pairs of Max Tracks using the GP Factor latches. And then on this side, GP Factor 2-piece shovel. So this shovel will split apart and it's a weighted hammer. So putting out tent stakes or driving parts if you got to work on the Jeep or anything like that. And it's got a brass tip, so you're not gonna really like destroy anything. Up top, we got a fly rod holder from Riversmith. That's the exhaust for the heater on the inside. We got air in the back. So I used to have like an expedition trailer, and this was kind of like central to air everything up. But now we find out that the air in the back's real handy, because when it's real dusty, you don't want to just go straight in. You can hook up your air and blow all the dust off. And then for the back, I put an ARB bumper. Mainly, it's nice to have better recovery points, a little bit more sturdy bumper, but mainly I bought it for the bigger step, and then I did a hitch insert. So we have plenty of space to step in. You don't have to worry about tripping. And our second step is our Zargis box that has a goose gear plate on it. This is our kitchen kit. So this holds all of our pots and pans, our stove, and then a second box will hold our overflow groceries. Our last major trip, our second box took a little bit of a beating. It got abused by a bear. So you can kind of see where the bear has dug into it. But this is kind of like our overflow. So you have the GP Factor fold down table that slides out. So you have plenty of space to cook, set up, prep food. We have the Blue Ridge Overland Gear kitchen bag. So that has all of our essentials in it. And that guy hangs there and lives there. And while we're cooking, hanging out, we got tunes from a Deemer box, paper towels, This triple run bag from Brog is kind of like our junk drawer per se. Let's dive a little bit deeper and check out the inside. We have a Goose Gear drawer module. This is my favorite part of the camper, right? So up top, most important thing to start your day with, coffee. And I've kind of leveraged some Trek Pack dividers to keep everything in its home. Because I kind of hate like when you're trying to make something or pack stuff up, other stuff has like moved into its spot and you're having to push things around. Here, everything kind of stays put, right? This is kind of dedicated to all the coffee stuff. And then down below, there's a little bit of a bar. So we got 2 bottles of bourbon, bitters. We got jet boil to help with coffee, but also if we don't feel like cooking, we carry a couple extra Mountain House meals and like oatmeal packets. Since we do a lot of beach camping, this gets a lot of use. A little camp broom, drying dishes, cocktail glasses, nice and tidy. And then as I visit different fly shops, I kind of throw stickers on. Up top is our Dickerson heater with our GP Factor mount kit. And that is a propane heater that has an intake and exhaust. And it's basically like a heat exchanger. It has a fan that blows the heat across and then the exhaust goes out through the top. What's really nice is you get clean air. You don't get the condensation you would with like a Mr. Buddy or anything like that. And we've been down in the teens and it's been 60 degrees inside here. On the back here on this window, we got 2 small pouches that we'll put soap and shower pouches and whatnot. And then kind of working our way around inside the camper, we've got the hot tap for hot water on demand. It makes for really nice showers. We got a larger triple run bag. We normally shove a bunch of towels in that just so that they're handy if we need to shower or if we're just in here kind of cleaning up. And then we got a medium and a small. This has like bug spray, sunscreen, fire extinguisher. We have bear spray, so it's handy. This is handy to anybody camping in the back, or if you were to get out and you needed it. Kind of moving along. So back here underneath the water tank, I have a 100 amp hour lithium battery. I got 1500 watt inverter, and I have a water pump. So that's kind of like all the mechanics. This is extra storage here. So we have our Madcon grill. We have extra blankets if we need it. This changes depending on who's going camping and what we're doing, which is nice. That's kind of like our larger storage. And our smaller storage here, you can rotate that stuff around. Kind of like what I consider the brains of the camper is this GP Factor system. It has all of our controls for all of our lighting. And this will take a charge from our solar up top, the 110 outlet, the shore power that I showed you earlier. And while you're driving, it'll pull a charge from the vehicle. The Canopy Camper has a bed that folds down. And if you're, I would say 6'2" and below, maybe a little bit taller, you can sleep that way. So my wife and I sleep that way. My son has a sleep platform that goes on top of our fridge, and we have a mattress that rolls out, and he technically sleeps underneath us. We got a little fan to keep us cool during the summer, and then we have a fan that we set up here for my son. It keeps a nice breeze going. In the center here, we got a 63-liter ARB fridge, and then we keep a Thunderbox toilet. We'll shove extra paper towels down here, and then we got a Overland Medic first aid kit on top of the headrest panel kit that I showed you earlier. This is kind of like if things really go bad, we pull this out and leverage it. This setup is how our camper has been for the past 2 years, I would say, on the mod cap and on the previous Canopy camper. And like like I think I mentioned, we're probably 100 nights total camping out of this, with mixture, you know, solo, couple, family, what have you. So I'll do a quick recap on the outside and let you guys go. So this shadow awning by Audi Cab is 270 degrees, so it goes all the way around, and it's a one man or woman deployment. You unzip it, do 3 Velcro latches, and you literally just walk it all the way around and attach it to the far corner. No poles unless it's super windy, and we use this from just quick, like, hey, it's raining, we still gotta pack up, or if we're at the beach and it's just sunny, we'll put it out and it's good. You know, we've had it 20-mile-an-hour gusts, and we just take the one pole down, and we have the wall kit for it as well. So if we're base camping, we're not gonna move the Jeep for say 3 days, 4 days, we'll bring the wall kit, and that extends our living space and makes a giant tent around the canopy camper. But that pretty much sums it up at a high level of our rig that we've been using for the past couple of years. Super big fan of the canopy camper. I can't rave about it enough. And if you want any more information, I'm Gobi Recon online. Feel free to reach out. Any questions, I get a lot of beach camping questions. I get a lot of family camping questions. We're always, you know, welcome to them to help out families get out and explore, and as soon as possible, right? And that's the rig, that's the setup. Thanks for watching.